The level of disrespect that the Oloris are giving to the Ooni of Ife is becoming very, very unimaginable. Yes, the level of disrespect from the Oloris to the Ooni of Ife is becoming unimaginable. Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to D&Z TV, the place where all we are after is to give you legitimate information of what's happening in the palace of the Ooni of Ife, and also as it concerns the entertainment industry at large. So if you've not subscribed to the channel, I urge you right now to go to the subscription button, click it, comment, like, and share this video. And if there's anything you want us to talk about on this video, let us know, and guess what, we will talk about it. All right, so now let's get to the crux of the matter. The crux of the matter right now is that there's so much disloyalty inside the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Yes, the level of disloyalty is becoming to be very, very sickening. Sickening in the sense that none of these Oloris is beginning to respect Ooni anymore. Before now, the Ooni's voice is authority. The Ooni's voice, Ooni is A and Amen. Whatever the Ooni says stands. But right now, since this NAOMI's incarceration and the fact that Ooni has actually really not been able to put his house in order, it has given room for these women to now begin to disrespect the Ooni. Well, in some places they are saying it's good for the Ooni, but as an African man that I am, I think it is very, very bad. It is very, very bad for anyone to in any way disrespect the Ooni of Ife. Yes. Why will you disrespect the Imperial Majesty? Why will you disrespect someone who hears directly from the gods? You do not need to disrespect him. In as much as we know that there's nobody who is a perfect human being. But do not forget, he's still the custodian of the tradition of our land. So it is really, really sickening to know that people are disrespecting him in different ways. Now, there are a lot of examples that shows the level of disrespect that is happening in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. The first disrespect actually came from Ronke. It was very, very shocking and surprising that the Ooni needed something urgently in the palace. The Ooni now sent for Ronke. It took Ronke like 3 hours, 3 solid hours before Ooni could now hear from Ronke, which is not supposed to be like that. The Ooni was very, very, very shocked. How can he send for Ronke for how many hours ago? The Ooni sent for Ronke for how many hours ago? And guess what? Ronke refused to show up. Yes, she did not show up. Ooni had to send more people for them to meet the Ooni to come, for Ronke to come. And yet, the more he sent people to them, the more they were still disrespecting him. It had to now take the Ooni's very angry face before they could actually look at him. Now, this is actually not good. It's not good because there is no reason, no need for the Oloris to disrespect the Ooni in the way they are doing it right now. Why would they want to do such? These are the kind of things that now make people begin to feel that they are authoritative, or they now begin to do things in another way. Now, the Ooni now, as we all know, is actually the custodian of the palace. Custodian of the palace in the sense that whatever that happens, he comes first before anyone else. Yes, he comes first before anyone else. He makes things happen the way they want to happen. But now, these people are now looking at it from another level and another dimension. Another level and another dimension in the sense that right now, they are now beginning to say, okay, the Ooni has already failed. Yes, that the Ooni has already failed. That for him not to be able to control NAOMI, which means he has failed. And I now begin to wonder, how did the Ooni fail? How are they expecting him to put NAOMI in order? How? NAOMI is somebody who is a free, gifted woman. As a matter of fact, NAOMI has been able to stand the test of time. All the things that have happened in the palace, Naomi has been able to control all of them. So for them to now think that Naomi can just stoop low to the Ooni of Ife is something that nobody can actually understand. No one can actually understand how Naomi is faring. Now, if Naomi, as a matter of fact, decided to go to prison and still live a good and righteous life, a place where she has even stayed there, and she even goes ahead to even conduct deliverance for pastors in detention, then come on, I think this actually calls for some very serious issue. It calls for some very serious attention. Attention needs to be paid to what Naomi is doing. So for all those ones who feel and think they can always still fight and push Ooni anyhow, it is actually not possible. It is actually not possible because whether they like it or not, Naomi is going to come out of this predicament. And she's not just going to come out, she's going to come out well. She's going to come out well, as in, she's going to come out so well that no matter how they push it, no matter how they try, she's actually going to make it happen. Now, another part of disrespect that we noticed was from Tobi Phillips. Tobi Phillips asked, they only asked Tobi Phillips to come and take something to Ibadan to give to Naomi. You will not believe that Tobi Phillips also refused. Yes, Tobi Phillips refused. That she does not understand that why in God's name will the Ooni now send her to go to prison to give Naomi something. Now when did that one start? Ooni was really shocked. Ooni was so shocked. Ooni now asked Tobi Phillips, is it me now you're responding to like this? So Ooni's shocking was so surprised. He now asked Tobi Phillips, is it me that you're referring to like this? Is it? Before you know it, Tobi Phillips said, please. Everybody was so shocked. So now, what we're now trying to ask is it enough that these kids or these ladies will be disrespecting the Ooni for any reason? What can actually make the Ooni get this kind of disrespect from all these ladies? Is it fair? Is it that there's no more respect in the palace, that people are now beginning to feel that the Ooni deserves this kind of disrespect? How on earth do we get to this point? Time shall tell.